players. First, we're going to ask you, who most influenced you in becoming interested in sports?
Well, that would have to be my dad. He got me started in all the sports I was in. And then I really was interested in Detroit Lions football. I used to watch him every Sunday. Lem Barney was probably my favorite player, number 20, defensive back. I would watch him every week if I could. So I guess that's that.
All right. And what was your greatest memory of playing or watching sports?
Well, we're going to go with playing. I played high school basketball and ran track, but I think my best memory was beating Flint Southwestern in the district finals. Swartz Creek against Flint Southwestern. Flint Southwestern had Rodney Feaster and Booker Moore, two really talented players. Rodney Feaster went to University of Michigan and played wide receiver. Booker Moore went to Penn State, was an All-American running back and pro football player, NFL running back. So it was cool beating those guys.
Mm-hmm. All right. What types, if any, of racial tensions did you see during your sports tenure as a young man?
As a young man, the first thing I remember was, I think it was the '68 Olympics, when our three black track athletes placed gold, silver, and bronze, and then at the podium, they wore black gloves and raised their fists in like a protest. Like,
I think it was two of them. Only two of them won, and one was from.
Oh, it could have been two.
I think it was first and third. Yeah,
it might have been. It was a long time ago, but I thought they swept it, and all three did, but I could be wrong. But that's my first memory of like racial stuff.
As a coach, did you ever feel as if you treated men's and women's sports differently, and if so, why?
Well, I had the pleasure to coach my son, Matthew, and my daughter, Mary, all the way through their younger years. So, maybe a little easier on the girls, on Mary, just because she was a girl, I thought. Just because. But basically, no. They were the same. Treated them the same.
Okay.
Try to do it fairly and have fun.
All right, and a couple more. Did you see any issues, anything that related to kind of financial struggle that maybe altered anyone's ability to perform or participate in the sports that you were involved in, whether coaching or when you were playing in high school?
Okay. I really did not see that back when I was in high school. If you had a basketball or a baseball or a football, you were pretty much good to go. You didn't really need that much. So back then, we didn't need too much equipment, if you will. It wasn't expensive. They didn't have the travel teams, stuff like that, like they do now. So no, not really. I haven't seen that too much in my lifetime.
Yeah. All right, and finally, do sports matter, and in what ways?
I think sports really matter. I think you give your kids a chance to play all the sports, and then they grab onto what they want to grab onto. It's a commitment. It's fun. It's learning how to play with teammates that you may like or may not like, to sacrifice to be a better team. You might have to sacrifice yourself to help the team out. Personally, I'm still friends with a lot of my high school sports friends to this day, and that was, let's see, how many years ago? 44 years ago, and we're still friends. So yeah, and we still talk about stuff once in a while. That has to do with sports. So yeah, I think it does matter.
All right. Well, Paul, I appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.